Craig LeBlanc here with the Bitcoin Morning Show. Competition, bad or good for Bitcoin? Question we had today on the morning show, having a little recap of the Bitcoin Morning Show. I'm your host, Craig LeBlanc, the Doorman. We have a daily morning show, 8 to 9 a.m., 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Ran super long today. One question, though, I wanted to share with the groups, kind of a recap. Is competition bad or good for Bitcoin? And what is competition to Bitcoin? Some might say Bitcoin has no competition, that it is the singularity into which all things of value and assets collapse into, and who cares what rock you're riding to the center of the event horizon? Bitcoin cares not. You might have heard us say TikTok next block. What does that mean? If you're new to Bitcoin, you may hear that phrase. What that means is every 10 minutes, Bitcoin locks another block onto the chain, forever entombed into the record of Bitcoin. And it doesn't care about our emotions and what we value, or even if we value it at all. It just keeps going. And so now we're here to talk about the competition of Bitcoin, good or bad. I think we care about what competes with Bitcoin. Bitcoin don't care. Bitcoin's kind of like the honey badger. It does not care. So here we are caring what competes with our valuable asset, wondering if gold is a competitor, if this real estate is an investor, if stocks and bonds or Apple stock or Tesla stock are those competitors? Are these competitors? Is gold a competitor, land a competitor? You name it. There's so many things competing to hold your value as a hedge against inflation. What is good and what is bad? Some people say alternate tokens, altcoins, Ethereum, you name it, Solana, all out there, 30,000 different other versions of tokens and coins and that supposedly compete with Bitcoin. Do they? Is that good or bad? I'll say this. I used to compete in athletics. I'm sure some of us have had a competition at a game. And I'm wondering, did that competition, did that friction, did that little bit of suffering, did it make you better? Did it make you stronger? Did you fight harder to win? Do we fight a little harder when there's a win or a loss on the line here? Or sometimes are we just motivated by just playing the game? I find that sometimes when you have competition, you fight a little harder, especially if there's a reward. What might be the reward for being right about how you invest your value or invest your assets in the competitive market to hold your hard-earned cash? Well, if you're right, maybe it's bigger by the time you need it. If you're wrong, maybe it's gone. Maybe it's been stolen. Maybe you've invested in something so weak that when you come back for your money, it's no longer there. That'd probably be a bad investment. Maybe a good place for your investment is in something when you come back, it's 10 times as big as when you left it. That might be a good investment. So are there good investments? Are there bad investments? Well, if you frame it that way, then perhaps there are good and bad competitors to Bitcoin. Bitcoiners might argue it's the best of all time, that we've never had something that doesn't care how much demand there is. There's no increasing the supply. Bitcoin doesn't get excited when it's in demand, and it doesn't multiply itself. It just is. There is only 21 million, and to be honest with you, there's really only about, some say 17 million, because some of us fools have lost our Bitcoin forever, and we'll never get it back. Some of it's locked up in Satoshi, and some of them, most of the Bitcoin you probably couldn't beat out of the hands of the hodlers because they're holding on till the end of their time here with Earth. Probably just have to get it from their kids, who will probably lose it if they don't get busy educating them as to what they've just inherited. So parents, get to educating your kids about what they're getting ready to inherit, because they're getting ready to inherit the earth if they're inheriting your Bitcoin and you're an early investor in Bitcoin. For God's sakes, please teach your children how to hang on to that stuff. Or maybe just lose it and donate it to the rest of us, making our Bitcoin more rare because now there's less to be bought. So back to the question of competition, bad or good for Bitcoin. I would say nothing's good or bad for Bitcoin. It is what it is. But as far as you're concerned, I'm sure there's bad places you can put your money, and I'm sure there's good places you can put your money. But if you're looking for something that will not change and will hold while everything else collapses, falls apart, or gets devalued or printed, you may want to consider the only thing that won't change, no matter how many people want it and no matter what size of their checkbook is, it just is. Bitcoin doesn't care about bad or good competition. Tick-tock, next block. It merely is just a mathematical equation that's playing out on a clock, and it doesn't care how you feel about it. We had that in the show this morning. Quite a different take on it. Many times people say this is bad for Bitcoin, this is a crap token, what have you. But I think it was a good angle to put at. It's great to have people on the show that just look through a different lens to see how they look at things. So if you haven't joined us yet on the Bitcoin Morning Show, I encourage you to stop by. It's 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern, for now only on X Spaces. If you don't know what X Spaces is, like anything else, go to Google and go to YouTube and somebody will explain it to you. I'm sure there's a guy you can subscribe to on how to find spaces on X. It's crazy what you can find stuff to educate yourself on. Tomorrow we have a show 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern, shocker, every single day till the end of time, at least till the end of my life, until some other fool takes it over. So welcome to the show tomorrow. Please stop by, say hello, and if you have a question, let's say this is your first year into Bitcoin, you're a freshman class 2024, please stop by and ask any of the questions that we've all asked. There's not a question that you can think of that we haven't already hopefully have the right answer. We always do, but we'll have a lot of wrong answers as well, because every one of us has done it the wrong way until we found the right way to do it. I will be your host, Craig LeBlanc, the Doorman, along with many high-quality Bitcoin speakers that you don't want to miss. See you guys there tomorrow. Y'all have a great weekend. Love you guys.